Hi, folks. Andrew here. Popcorn and whiskey. I'm the face who runs the place. We are doing our Olympic updates this evening. Our Olympic correspondent, JD Edmonds, will be on just a few minutes. But until then, you got me, like I said, the face who runs the place. I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about YouTube monetization. Maybe not, because not too many people know it, and why bother getting into it at this point? There is and when JD comes on, well, I'm sure him and I will talk about this as well. But I want to talk about the Super Bowl once again. Let's get into the game a little bit when he comes on. Matter of fact, let me send him the number here. I guess he does maybe not know it. 57348. He'll call in any second here, and we'll talk about the Super Bowl. We'll talk about possibly the halftime show again. It was interesting. More stuff came out today that I heard, so we'll see how that goes. But Olympics, that's the topic of the night. The Olympics are going on, and JD is going to come on, and I do believe we're talking about the Olympic hockey tonight. And if you haven't been watching the Olympics, it is cool. I'm telling you what, the Olympics, it's a lot different than the Summer Olympics, and that's something I want to get into with when our correspondent calls in and talks to me. Well, because there's a few things we want to I want to talk about though with the athletes, the winter athletes compared to the summer athletes, because one of the things that and this is not a bitch or anything like that. Let me talk that down. But for the winter athletes, let me say that again. The winter athletes compared to the summer athletes. I got to say, the summer athletes are a bunch of, I'll say a bunch of pansies compared to the winter athletes. And here's why I say that. Now, I can't compete with either one of them, all right? I am not athletically inclined like that. Not at all. But when I look at the guys and girls who participate in track and field events, especially the track events, the 100-yard dash, or the 100 meters, I should say, they'll run a heat today and they'll be done. And they'll do another heat tomorrow and they'll be done. They don't run 2 or 3 in a day because they get too tired. Okay. But then I watch the cross country skiing, and they're doing almost a mile sprint on skis up and down hills against other folks in one heat for the quarterfinals. Then right after that's done, less than a half hour later, they do it again for the semifinals. Then less than a half hour later, they do it again for the finals. And these guys are skiing up and down mountains and they get a half hour rest in between. And here the guys and girls who do the 100-meter dash, they do one and then they have to rest for the next day because it's too much out of them. Really? I don't think so. So and also they got the swimmers. They'll swim 5 heats in a day as well. The 100, 200 yard meter relays, sprints, medley, whatever they're called, smedleys, whatever they're called. But the track athletes, really? Nah. That's just a little pet peeve of mine is all. Okay, so there you go. There you go with that one. Oh, mercy. Yeah, we could talk about the Olympics because that's what I was watching today. The cross country skiing. Those guys are. You talk about incredible athletes. I tip my hat because I used to say, and I'm sure there's arguments to be made for any athlete, the best conditioned athlete out there. I would say, I used to say the triathletes are probably the best conditioned athletes out there, all around condition. But I gotta say, this cross country skiing, whoo, mercy! I gotta say that these guys are a little bit, probably a little more. Yes, JD, I'm ready now. I'm waiting for you. I just got a message. Yeah, come on anytime, buddy. I'm just here shooting the breeze, talking. So give me call in anytime. Oh, mercy. Yeah, you think after all this time we doing this, we'd have our stuff together, but JD and I just threw this together yesterday for the Olympic correspondent. I guess a couple of nights ago, it was first night, because last night wasn't the first night; it was the second night we did it. But it was an actual. There he is. Here he is, my Olympic correspondent, JD Edmonds. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. I was on, and I get a message from you when we come on now. I said, "Sure, come on anytime."
Well, you sent me the number, and it's hard to watch my phone and then like use my phone to watch a video because every time I go off of it to go to my phone or something else, then it stopped. Like I can't hear what you're saying anymore.
Dude, get a laptop, get a tablet or something.
I have it. Someone just gave me a tablet, but the problem is I'm having problems. I don't know why I can't get it to link to my Google accounts at the moment. So I'm working on that.
Okay, all right. It makes life so much easier when you don't use your phone for everything. Believe me.
Yeah, trust me. I know. I need to get a new tablet immediately. That's on the agenda for once I get moved in, which is going to be on like February 20th is our official move-in date.
Well, all right, all right. Well, I got some I got some recommendations for tablets if you need me for anything like that. But I'm sure you do your own research. But let me know. I can help you out with.
Oh yeah, I definitely will.
Okay. All right. So before you came on, I don't know if you heard me talking about and we'll get into the more up-to-date Olympic stuff, but this is an observation that I had today about Olympic athletes, the Summer Olympics versus the Winter Olympics. I think the Summer Olympic, the track and field athletes, compared to the Winter Olympic athletes, are pansies.
Oh yeah.
And here's my reason behind that. All right, so think of the 100-meter dash or the 100-meter, whatever it's called, the 100-meter yard, 100-yard, 100-meter dash.
Yeah.
They have, excuse me, several quarterfinal events. Then they have several semifinal events, and they have the finals. Okay.
Yeah.
They run those in different days. So, for instance, if one of the heats to get into the quarterfinals, whatever it is, it's like on a Monday, and then you don't run again until Tuesday, maybe on Wednesday. Like you run one race a day, maybe, I mean, if not every other day, something like that, because they're too tuckered out or too tired. But
yeah,
I'm watching the cross country skiing today, and those guys they're going in the snow on skis up and down mountains, and 1 mile sprint, basically and they 0.95 meter or 0.95 mile sprint. They do the quarterfinals. 30 minutes later, they do the semifinals. 30 minutes later, they do the finals. So they don't wait a day, and they're doing a mile in the snow. They're not running 100 yards. So, and also,
that's interesting.
Also the swimmers in the Summer Olympics. How many swimmers do they do 4 or 5 heats during the day? Then they have the finals in the evenings of the same event.
That's true. That's true. Swimming does the same thing. Speed skating has even been used to be that way, but I've noticed that this year it's been like you said, the semifinals, the quarterfinals, etc.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that has anything to do with maybe how much time it takes to complete a race or anything. Like I'm not sure, but that is interesting that you notice that. Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, because it always ticked me off when they said that they got all tired out because they ran the quarter mile yesterday. They might not be rested up enough today. What? These are world-class athletes. What do you mean not rested up today? You know, they ran the 100 meters yesterday. They may have to take a days off to recoup. What?
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting how that works. Yeah, I never really. I don't think I ever really took notice of that. How many sports are where you do multiple runs on the same day, and then there's other events where you do one run and then you don't have anything for even like 2 or 3 days. That's interesting.
Yeah. And I got a message, Ann Taylor. And I love watching and listening to you. Well, thank you, Ann. I don't know if she's listening to me or listening to you, JD. I don't know which one. So I'm going to assume
We're
it's
going to
me.
go with you. We're going to go with you because it's your show.
That's right.
So
That's right.
We're going to assume that it's about you.
Okay. So, all right, we're straight down on 7:30 right now. And so we're going to do our Olympic recap show or whatever. So, and dun, 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 dun. With our Olympic correspondent all the way from, we'll just say Philadelphia, the outskirts of Philadelphia. JD Edmonds, our Olympic correspondent. So take it away, JD. What do you got to say today about the Olympics?
All right. Well, Norway is currently leading the overall medal counts with 12. The home country, Italy, they've been leading the overall medal count the last couple of days, but Norway is now in the lead. Italy is right behind with 11.
Yeah, my Dago power. All right, way to go. Yeah.
Yep. Home countries always do well in the overall medal counts. Like I said before, they usually end up finishing in the top 3 to top 5 whatever country is the home country.
Okay.
The United States has increased their medal count. We're now in 3rd in the overall medal counts. So today was a good. I'm sorry, we're 4th. Japan is still ahead of us. They have 8 in the overall medal count.
Well,
Norway is.
What did?
Go ahead.
Finish yours now. Now ask questions. Go ahead. Finish.
Okay, that's cool. Norway is leading the gold medal count with 6. Germany and Sweden and Switzerland are in a 3-way tie for 2nd, and they all only have 3 gold medals.
Okay. So, all right. So you said that the U.S. has now gained a lot. They had some medals. So what did they medal in today?
I'm not sure which events. Let me take a look and see if I can look at what events they medaled in today. I can tell you that we medaled in the women's luge. When that doesn't happen, we won a bronze medal in the luge, the women's luge, and that doesn't happen. The last time it happened was the same athlete. She won bronze in 2018.
Oh, wow.
But those are the only 2 medals that the United States has in all of luge, or at least women's luge.
Okay. I think today, because I watched it this morning, I caught the tail end of it, so I'm watching the replay now. Well, not at the moment. I'll finish watching it later. The cross-country skiing, like I said, I've been watching that today, and they call it the sprint, which is just shy of a mile. I think there was a U.S. guy came in 2nd, so we got the silver with that, I think. But I have to rewatch that one. But I could be wrong with that one. So we'll have to see.
Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I just messed that up.
While he's looking at that, if you didn't know right now, folks, the Winter Olympics is going on in Italy, Milan and Cortina, whatever it's called, Cortina, whatever it is, Milan, in the outskirts. And
Milan Cortina.
Cortina, yeah, Cortina. Milan Cortina, and the in my opinion, all the best events are at the beginning. Now we got the bobsledding coming up, which is cool. I like that. I can care less about the figure skating. Care less about that. And
I like the figure skating.
You do? That's right. You said last night you do. Yeah, I don't like this figure skating at all. I just can't get into the figure skating at all.
It's like I said before. It's become an acquired taste after watching it around some of my aunts and my mom and stuff. They like the figure skating, so after watching it for like 2 decades, it's an acquired taste. I know what I'm looking for when they mess up. Like it's just one of those things that I just know now because I've seen so much of it.
Right. Okay, so what?
The snowboarding's coming up. The half pipe.
Okay.
So that'll be coming up. But you asked what medals we won today. We did. Yeah. We got that bronze in the luge, as I said.
Yeah.
We got a silver in freestyle skiing.
Yeah.
We ended up getting a silver in curling.
Which you don't like curling. I like curling. You don't like it.
No, not so much. Not really. No.
Okay.
We have a silver in cross country. We got the silver in cross country.
Yeah.
We got a gold in figure skating. That might have been the team event, actually. It was either the team event or maybe the men's program that the figure skating we won today. And then we got 2 in alpine skiing. We got a gold and a bronze in alpine skiing today.
Wow. So the alpine skiing, that's when they go downhill, of course. It's like slalom skiing.
There's the alpine skiing. The slalom is a different event.
But it's all inside the alpine skiing umbrella, though, right?
Yes, it's all in the big downhill. Yes, it's all
Yeah.
the mountain skiing. Yes.
Okay. When is the men's downhill? Because I know a couple of days ago was the women's downhill. Do you happen to have that in front of you? I guess I guess I could do this as well because you're using your phone and you think
I know. Look how good I am.
I see that. JD Edmonds, everybody. There he is. Look how good he is. All right, here. Yeah, since I got the dual monitors and everything, you think I just go ahead and do this and let you do what you need to do. Okay, wait a second. So today is Tuesday.
I'm still pretty good on my phone even.
Okay,
actually, if you're going to look that up, there was something else that I wanted to mention about women's hockey.
Yes,
because the women's hockey tournament, the United States and the Canada played today in the preliminary rounds. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm actually going to watch the replay a little later tonight. But what's interesting is that there have been 8 Olympic tournaments. I'm sorry, hang on one second.
Okay. We're talking about the Olympic hockey right now, the women's hockey, and it looks like the final score you haven't seen it, so I don't want to say the final score because I don't know if you heard that or not, so I'm not going to say what it is.
I did not, but the reason I bring all that up is because since women's hockey has become an event or a legitimate sport, legitimate event recognized, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
There have been 23 world championships tournaments and 8 Olympic tournaments since women's hockey has become a thing.
Okay.
All of them. That's a total of 31 total women's hockey tournaments.
Yeah.
All have been won either by Canada or the United States.
Wow. Now, I remember 4 years ago, the Canadians, U.S. and Canada took on the women's hockey. And even if you knew nothing about hockey, which I don't know a whole lot about it, it was probably one of the best games to ever watch. I mean, it was intense. Even the whoever was doing the commentary with it, they were spot on. And for days afterwards, I heard people saying that probably the best hockey game ever, men or women. The way it was so competitive and how much the hatred for each other, but the respect for each other at the same time, it was nuts.
Yep. Yeah, the women's, the U.S. and Canada, they have an incredible rivalry. Anytime they match up, it's always a battle. They use each other to try and make a statement to the rest of the country.
Yeah. Well, if they did it 31 times, so there you go.
Yeah, between the both of them, they have won all 31 tournaments. I believe the U.S. has a slight edge by 1 or 2 tournaments. That's overall tournaments, not just with the Olympics. That's the World Cup or the World tournaments, the World Championships as well. So I think we have a slight edge, 1 or 2 tournaments, but that's about it.
Okay. All right. So tomorrow, what do we got going on? Let's see here. We got the Nordic combined, and it starts at 3 a.m. Eastern time. Let's see, the skeleton, women's official training, snowboarding, women's snowboard half pipe. Qualifications, that's at 4:30 a.m. Freestyle skiing, women's moguls, alpine skiing, men's super G, the skeleton, men's skeleton tomorrow, Nordic combined, that's a 10 kilometer cross country skiing. I don't know what it says. Individual GUND period NH. I don't know what all that means. So anyway, then the biathlon is tomorrow. Women's 15K individual. I was watching the men's biathlon today. That's pretty cool as well. I used to like that. I still like it, but I think that cross country skiing has surpassed my love for which skiing style I like better. So
interesting. Yeah, did you know that the women's cross-country skiing, that all of their distances increased from this Olympics to the last Olympics?
Yes, they said that. I heard about that, yes.
So I found that pretty interesting also.
And you got the men's 1,000-meter speed skating tomorrow. That'll be a quick one. 1,000 meters on skates, it doesn't take too long.
Actually, the 1,000 meters, no, it won't be super long, but it's on the long tracks.
What do you mean the long
So the
tracks?
speed skating, there's speed skating. So actually, I'm glad you brought we got to this because I was going to say this on one of your shows previously. The speed skating actually consists of there's a long track speed skating and a short track speed skating. Long track speed skating is done with only 2 racers at a time, an inside lane and an outside lane. You see them crossing each other and stuff throughout.
Oh yeah,
Throughout the race to make sure that the distances equal out. And that's mainly time. Even when you're paired with somebody, you're not necessarily racing them. You're just racing the overall time.
Yeah.
In short track speed skating, you race against other countries, and on a much shorter oval track, and usually with 4 skaters at a time on the track. Which obviously leads, you can, run into each other. You can have collisions, and lots of stuff can happen in that.
Now I've seen
there's 2 different, the long track and then the short track of the speed skating.
Now I've seen on the short tracks where there's a lot more than 4 per heat. I've seen like 8 or 10 before in the heats.
Not sure. Well, I've seen as many as 6 or 7 sometimes. Usually it's done with 4, but I've never seen as many as 10. The only time I've seen 10 that many skaters on is when they do the relay, when it's a team event, which is a complicated, unbelievable, hard thing to watch and to be able to follow and understand what you're watching. Because it's really difficult to follow. There's so many people on the track, and I wouldn't even want to get into it without like a visual on the screen to help everybody talk, to help talk everybody through it.
But it's so cool.
Oh, it is.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it took me a couple of races to actually figure out what I was looking at and where I was supposed to be watching, and what the other skaters were doing on the track while the skating was going on. It's really very, very crazy to watch those.
It's a lot like, and I don't know if you ever watched this. Maybe you're too young for this. Roller derby. I don't know if you've watched roller derby in the past.
Roller derby, yeah.
So
and that's a very good. The short track is a very good analogy.
Yeah, it's a lot like roller derby.
For speed skating. It's a lot like roller derby, yeah. Except there's not a lot of you're not preventing the other person from blocking is a little different in speed skating than in roller derby.
Roller derby is like professional wrestling, okay?
Yes, it is. It is very much professional wrestling on roller skates. Yeah, 100%.
So, all right. So we got this all taken care of for tonight, and tomorrow. Let's see. We got luge, men's curling, and men's curling. Okay. All right. Now tomorrow night I will not be available, so I cannot do a recap. And I mean, you can come on and do it yourself.
No, I'm going to be busy tomorrow night also. So tomorrow night will just be a night people will have to get their own medal count, and then you or I, we can come back on Thursday.
That's right. We'll do that on Thursday. So any parting words, my friend, because I'm going to close this out as well. Any parting words?
No, just enjoy the Olympics. Don't forget that after the Olympics are over, the Paralympics starts, and at least me, I'll be still doing some coverage on the Paralympics. So don't forget that just because the regular Olympics are over doesn't mean the Olympic coverage is over. The Paralympics start right after that, and you want to watch some of that.
Are they in Milan as well?
Yep, Milan Cortina. They always take place immediately after the Olympics in the same city.
Is it going to be on Peacock as well?
Yep. Everything will be under Peacock, and they should do the same thing where you can watch it on their streaming services and everything, even if you can't watch it live.
Well, we'll have to make sure we do recaps on that as well. That'd be cool.
Yep, absolutely. So, and of course, check out Mayhem Media.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Go ahead and plug yourself, Mayhem Media, and the Boiling Point podcast as well.
Yep. The Boiling Point podcast, Mayhem Media. Check us out and hit the follow button.
Fantastic. All right, my friend. You take care.
All right, I'm out.
Thank you again. All righty. That was our Olympic correspondent, JD Edmonds. We have a good time with this, I'm telling you. At least I do. JD's a great guy and a great correspondent, and a very, very extremely talented young man when it comes to this tech stuff and online stuff. So be watching for him. Once he's back rocking and rolling with his stuff, like I said, he's on hiatus right now. He's in the process of moving, changing locations. So, but when he comes back, be ready. All right, folks, I'm out of here. My name is Andrew, Popcorn to Whiskey. I am the face. who runs the place. So until next time, Olympic time. Ciao.